You're making life way harder than it needs to be in the kitchen. I've got 20 lazy hacks that'll blow your mind and might even change your life. I'm starting with the easy, lazy way to shred chicken with a mixer. When your chicken is cooked and warmed, simply start with the large pieces, take your mixer and let her rip. About 10 seconds, your fingers cannot do that. Next, you have a recipe that calls to cover the pan with foil halfway through or in the beginning. Ain't nobody got time to pull out the foil. You can take care of that job with a sheet pan. Simply take your casserole dish and cover. I'm sorry, but that's just smart. Works like a charm. Next, you bought that bread, but you let it get stale. Let's revive it. Starts out like this, simply rinse it off. Just rinse it with water and pop it into the oven about 325 or 350. It's going to be warm, toasty on the outside, but soft in the middle. I know, it feels wrong. Trust the process. Hot bread, toasty on the outside, but look at the inside. Hot, steamy, genius. This next one is something I do at my house all the time. You want to break out some chips and dip for the gang when they come over, but we don't want to do dishes later. No need to dirty up a chip bowl. The bag is the bowl. Take note. Open the bag and then push the bag in from the bottom. It'll create its own little base. The chips come to the top. Perfection. It works with any kind of chip and any kind of bag. I love this hack. This next one is for people that open packages and they're too lazy to find something else to put the open package in. This works great for things like cheese or bacon that comes wrapped like this. Once you open it, that open side gets a little hard. Kids, take note of this in my house. Stop leaving me with a hard block of cheese at the end. Cut the package open, take out what you're gonna use, and then the top becomes the wrapper. That is so smart. And then it's easy to access when you pull it back out. Come on now. These next hacks are all about butter, and I use this in my life all the time. You know when a baking recipe calls for you to cut in the butter? Have you ever done that? Whether it be for biscuits or a pie crust? It takes a lot of time if you're doing it with a fork. And if you don't have a fork, do you even have one of these? Probably not. The easiest way to cut in butter when the recipe calls for it is with a box grater. It takes a fraction of the time and it's so much easier. Just simply use a grater and grate it right into your dry ingredients. You'll still get those tiny little pea-sized balls of butter, and that's what you want in recipes like this. About 100% of the time when a recipe calls for softened butter, I do not have that ready. Here's the lazy but super smart way to soften your butter fast. Grab yourself a cup or a jar about the size of a stick of butter, fill it with hot water, let the cup get good and warm. Once your cup is hot, dump out the water, take your butter and cover it with that warm cup. A few minutes, it'll be perfect. You might not have thought about this hours before, but as long as you've thought about it less than 10 minutes before, you can have softened butter. Have I blown your mind yet? Well, let me keep going. Same thing goes for cream cheese. You've seen me do this one before because it was and still is one of my favorite hacks of all time, softening the cream cheese. Ain't nobody got time for that. If I'm making a recipe, I just thought about it 2 seconds before, and I don't have time to go soften the cream cheese. I'm ready to start cooking. Hot water again, but this time the cheese goes right into it. Ice cold block, dump it right in. Only about 2 minutes later, that's some softened cream cheese right there. Ready for your bagel. If you're too lazy for that arm workout, make your batters in a blender. Not only is this super fast and easy, when you're done, just pop this straight in the dishwasher and it's as if it never happened. And my arms don't feel a thing. Turn this batter into a Dutch baby. I haven't even broken a sweat. See, blender batters are just better. This is a lazy way to make marinades. I like to feel inspired by what is almost empty in my fridge. Take that jar or bottle and turn that into your marinade. I've got the rest of a balsamic dressing. Just gonna add a bunch of things to it. Then we have a perfect marinade. We didn't dirty a bowl. We can toss the bottle when we're done. Turn something good into something great. Simply shake and pour. Marinate and toss. One less condiment in your door. It's all about working smarter, not harder. On another note, you can do a similar thing with empty jars of jelly. In this case, turn it into a jargarita. I did not make up the term, I do not claim it, but I do like to use it. Almost look forward to our jams and jellies in our fridge getting to just about a tablespoon or two left in the bottom. We turn that into a margarita. Perfect for summer, a peach margarita. It offers the flavor, but it also offers the sweetness. So in this type of margarita, you don't have to add agave or simple syrup. Add your tequila, a little triple sec, and a good squeeze of lime. Fill it with ice and shake. You might have to give it a little help to loosen the jelly from the bottom. Oh. Even if the jar is not empty, make this. That's a damn good jargarita. Don't forget that hack. In case we haven't met, you know I hate peeling garlic. The lazy way to do it is give it a head start in the microwave. Sometimes I even buy the pre-peeled cloves just so I don't have to peel my garlic. But this hack I have done before and it works. You could do this with the whole bulb, but you rarely need a whole bulb of garlic. So I'm just gonna tear off some cloves, pop them on a plate, and then into the microwave for just about 20 seconds. You're not trying to cook or soften the garlic, just loosen that peel from it, and it only takes a few seconds. I could have done this job in 10 seconds, but after 20 seconds, look how easy it is to peel this garlic. The cloves come right out, and what I love is that the peel does not stick to your hands. It might be lazy, but it's even more genius. Same rule applies when you're looking for an easy way to shuck corn, because let's face it, it can be a real mother shucker. You're simply just gonna pop it into the microwave just like this. You don't have to give it any kind of head start for about 3 minutes. You gotta admit, when you are shucking corn and all those little hairs get stuck in there, it is annoying. You can do it like this, slides right off. It's been given a head start. You can do it just enough to shuck the corn, or you can keep it in the microwave longer till the corn is fully cooked. You can cut off the ends, or you can simply shuck it as you normally would. Look how clean that was. Did you see how clean that was? That's some good stuff. I'm sorry, but if you're not doing that, you're just silly. It doesn't get much lazier than not wanting to clean a measuring spoon, but hey, sometimes we just don't feel like it, especially when it comes to something sticky that you then have to get out with a spatula or your finger. Here's the easy/lazy way to do it. So once your dry ingredients are in and it's time to add the wet or the sticky, take your measuring cup. So I'm looking for a 1/4 cup of honey to add to this mixture. Form a 1/4 cup into the dry mixture and then fill it to the top. Then all you have to do, give that a wipe, put it right back in the drawer, and we have our 1/4 cup. I swear, if it wasn't for TikTok, I don't know where we'd be these days. No peeler, no problem. All you need is a spoon. Sometimes the spoon is the easy way out when it comes to peeling things such as ginger or kiwis. The skin is super thin, so sometimes that can be a little difficult to work with. When it comes to ginger, take a spoon, run it along the side, and the peel comes right off. This is easier than doing it with a knife where you have to work around all these little nooks and crannies. If you've been watching me for a while, you should know that one. Then kiwi. The problem with peeling kiwi with a peeler or a knife is that you end up taking off too much of the flesh. An easier way with the spoon, just to cut off the ends, take your spoon and run it just along. Oh, I'll be darned. This is the first time I've ever done that. Could you tell? I mean, that is perfectly peeled and it keeps the nice round shape, unlike when I do it with a knife where it is kind of like rigid and bumpy. A spoon is so smart. This hack is about planning ahead so when it comes time to party, then you can be lazy. Do you know you can make pre-made scoops of ice cream? Let's face it, when you're at the party and you're trying to scoop everyone some ice cream to go along with the slice of cake, it takes twice as long. You're already having to cut the cake, then scoop the ice cream. That can be time consuming. Here's a smarter way. Go ahead and scoop them ahead of time, place them on a sheet tray and pop them in the freezer. Then you have pre-scooped, frozen balls of ice cream. Because this is where your real arm workout happens. I don't want to break a sweat at my party. Scoop, freeze, and then watch how we serve it. This is a smart thing to do. You've cut your cake, your brownies, whatever you're serving. This, my friends, is a whole lot easier. Simply cut your cake, throw your ice cream on top, garnish if you please, and now even you can enjoy the party. This is an oldie but goodie, and if you're a fan of working smarter, not harder, the potato masher for ground meat is just genius. When you're cooking ground meat, whether it be beef, chicken, pork, whatever, it takes a long time to get the fine crumbles with a wooden spoon. Potato masher cuts the work in half at least. Down with your beef, and then mash away. It does the work of about 3 or 4 spoons at a time. So if you use the spoon, you're only gonna be getting a little at a time, and it's gonna happen in big chunks. With this bad boy, it happens a lot faster. Also love when you can find another use from a tool that you don't use that often. I mean, how often do you make mashed potatoes? I use this for ground meat way more than I do for mashed potatoes. I mean, this really does work so well. I mean, if you're looking for an arm workout, this is not the place to come. You want the lazy way to cut a lot of things at one time? All you need, a couple plates or a couple lids. This is another oldie but goodie because ain't nobody got time to sit there and cut a bunch of little things. This is great for things like strawberries, tomatoes, grapes. Just dump out as many as you want onto a plate. Place another one on top and slide your knife right across. Nice halved tomatoes are ready straight for the salad. Also works with 2 deli lids. Want to cut your grapes in half for your fruit salad? No problem. Boom. One little swipe. Perfect. Snack time just got easier. We're in the home stretch and it's time to get out a little aggression. This is a very quick hack. It's also one that I just learned that not everybody knows. I thought everyone knew this. The easiest way to get the core out of a head of lettuce is just to smash it. You're gonna try to hit flat on the core, onto your surface, kind of pop it in, and then just pull it right out. This is easier and faster, therefore it is a lazy hack, instead of cutting your head in half and then removing the core like that. Don't blink. 1, 2, 3. Smash and pull it out. Did you really not know that? A lot of times when you use a knife, you end up wasting a lot of lettuce. You cut off more than you need to. This is the only thing you need to remove. My final hack. I didn't know it was hard to open a pack of spaghetti, but apparently it could be. Although you could tear it and it could be uneven. You could look for the scissors, but if you're too lazy to look for the scissors, here's the way to do it. It's just another way to get the aggression out. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Just like that. Perfectly open package. There you have it. 20 ways I just made your life a little bit easier in the kitchen. You're welcome. If you have any more hacks that I need to try, please send them my way. I mean, that one was just fun. Remember pickup sticks?